Hi there, my name is Alex Lawrence, and this is going to be a demo on how to set up a Google Classroom for your classroom. Google has lots of options to make the Google Classroom experience fun and engaging, and it's something that I absolutely love. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you're logged into your Google account. You're going to want to create a class. It's going to give you two options when you click on this arrow up here, or this plus sign. To join a class or create a class. We're creating a class. When you demo this for your students, you're going to want to make sure that they join a class, okay? But you're creating a class. I don't currently work for a school district, so this is just reminding me that I cannot use this with students in a school setting. Okay, so make sure that when you are giving it a title, the title that your students are going to recognize. I'm going to call this World Geography because that's one of the subjects I used to teach. Okay, and you're going to create. Give it a second. Once it pulls up, you're going to see three titles up at the top. Stream, Students, and About. Okay, the stream is what your students are going to see when they first log in. This is where your announcements, your assignments, questions that you have for them are going to be posted, and they will be posted in chronological order with the latest thing on the top. Okay, so the first thing you might want to do when you first create your class is to make some sort of announcement. Okay, so let's start by making an announcement. Now, an announcement is not going to give you the option for a due date. Okay, when we start making our assignments, we will see another header here that will allow you to create due dates. So we're just going to say, welcome to Lawrence's World Geography class. I look forward to getting to know you. And if you wanted, you could add a little bit about yourself. You could add things that you want them to bring, any kind of announcement. Okay, and we're going to post it. You could even attach a link or a video or anything like that. Okay, so then we're going to post. Okay, so one of the second things that you probably are going to want to know how to do is how to create an assignment. Okay, so again, come down to this little plus arrow and we're going to create an assignment. Okay, the assignment that I had in mind here is going to be a video. Okay, and it's called 11 Amazing Festivals Around the World. So the instructions, okay, please watch the video below and choose one festival you would like to attend. Explain why in the comments. Okay, so I have the video saved in my Google Drive, but if you didn't, you could click on YouTube and you could actually search for anything that you were looking for. I already know what I'm looking for, so I'm going to search it this way. Okay, and here it is. So it allows you to add it right in there. Okay, it's really cool. This, we're going to add a due date. Okay, so we're going to want this done by the second week of school. Okay, you can even give them a time. I'm not going to worry about that right now. And I'm not going to give it a topic. If you wanted to assign this to multiple classes, you could very well do that. Okay, so let's say I want to add it to first and second period. Okay, and we're going to assign. Another thing that you might want to do is assign some type of paper. Okay, so I'm just going to call this a checklist. I'm not going to give it any instructions. I'm going to show you though in my Google Drive. And you're just navigating through here like you would on your normal computer. Okay, so I'm going to give them a checklist. I'm going to add this. Now, it's going to give me the option here. This is really cool. Students can just view the file. They're allowed to edit it, or if you want to make a copy for each student. This, to me, is the best option if it's something that you want them to be able to work on. Okay, so you make a copy for each student. It becomes theirs. When they open it up, it actually adds their name to the top because they'll be logged into their Google. Okay, and assign. Lastly, it gives you the option to ask a question. One of the things that you want to think about when you're using software like Google Classroom is the access that your students have to Google Classroom outside of the classroom. If everything you're doing is within the computer lab, you don't have to worry about this. But if you're trying to flip your classroom or do something similar to that, you need to ask about access. So I'm going to ask my students to briefly describe their internet access at home. Okay, so I'm going to leave this as short answer. It gives you the option for multiple choice. You could change the question, maybe rate your internet access or something to that nature, but we're going to leave it at short answer. Okay, I don't want students to be able to reply to each other, and I'm going to ask my question. Okay, so I've gone through a couple of scenarios for things that will show up on your screen. Next, when it comes to inviting your students, I'm going to tell you right now the best way to do that is to give them this class code. If you wanted to, you could enter their email addresses here, but I don't recommend it. Okay? And then once you're here, it will show you all your students. I don't have any students, so you're not going to see any. Lastly, the About section. This is going to give you a calendar, okay? And as you see, when you put in a due date, it's going to show right here on your calendar. If you don't give your things a due date, I didn't give my question a due date, it's not going to show up on your calendar. Okay, so we're going to come back. If you want something to be permanently attached to your class, this is an excellent place to do that. My students have to do current events every Friday, and sometimes after holiday breaks, even though they've done it a million times, they still seem to forget. So I'm going to add the copy of the instructions for the current event. That way, they know exactly where to find it and what to do. Okay, it doesn't give me the option here of giving them a copy or file because it's just a document that they're going to be able to view. Okay, and then you can post that. So I've gone over a couple ways to add things to your stream, how to invite your students, and how to add classroom materials and access your classroom calendar. Hope this helps.